as a woman, you want to feel that this man has something for you that attracts you, that you respect him for, because he sees things that you don't see. Or maybe at least he is as intelligent as you are, or at least he's trying, you know. You don't see anything in these people. So it means they're not suitable partners. They don't value you for you. They don't value you for you. They value you for what they get from you. And this is narcissistic codependent scenario of relationships, which is not love. There is no frequency of love. There is, I need this, I go and get it. I change my behavior because of the need, not because of unconditional feeling for you. Such relationships are not sustainable because the foundation is not love. And for the majority of people in this day and age, foundation is no love, not love. Love is a higher frequency. If that were there, you would never struggle because you would sacrifice, you would compromise, you would talk, communicate, try to resolve. When there is no compromise, no resolution, no desire to do anything for the sake of the unity, integrity, but only for the sake of getting what you want, that's pure narcissism. And the relationships that are based on egotism, selfishness, narcissistic tendencies of I need, I want, I have to get it, it validates me. These relationships are short-lived and they always fail sooner or later. This is the only reason. And this is, I would say, the majority, like 99% of all the relationships that exist. Even when people choose to be together and somewhat compromise, if the seed is codependency or like, okay, I'm just too used to this person, the comfort zone, or whatever I'm getting from there, or the image validates my inexistent self. So all of these are wrong reasons for relationships. And they are not based on love, even if people say, okay, but because I compromise, I must be loving that person. No, this is not love. It's because the need for that little limited self is higher than the person. The narcissistic person cannot see the value or appreciate the value of the emotional, spiritual self of their partner. They don't see it. And that's why the partner suffers. Maybe the partner also has some kind of tendencies. That's how they connected to start with. So right. From the start, and when they have this kind of codependency, they are, you may say, in a karmic bond because their needs are higher than the integrity or the higher perspective of the union. Maybe their materialistic visions are more important than their spiritual development. The spiritual dimension is almost inexistent there. And so they are just boiling in that emotional, physical struggle, in the soup of how much I get, how much I lose. And then one of the partners who's usually more selfless in comparison again with the other feels like depleted, drained, because they see that their emotions are not addressed. They are not validated for their essence, but only for what they say, what they do, what they give. That's a pure narcissistic relationship, which is devoid of higher frequency of love. And a lot of people nowadays awaken to this situation, and that's why we're facing this kind of situation of multiple divorces, where people just decide that this is not for me. I cannot go on with that because I've awakened to the higher frequency. So right now, I'm not looking for the or looking at the relationship from the materialistic point of view, but I'm looking at the relationship from the standpoint of how am I getting fulfilled on a soul level. But again, there can be also spiritual narcissism where, okay, I just need my soul to be fulfilled. But the real awakening is when we see that narcissism within on all levels, including the spiritual. And so we decide that we have to do some work, we heal ourselves, we refine all these past tendencies, then we open up to the higher frequency. where we choose to connect to other people on all levels, where we don't choose just to give or only to receive, but we choose the type of relationship where there is equal give and take, where we see that, okay, if we fulfill someone's soul, maybe they fulfill us also emotionally, or they at least acknowledge our side. Because again, it's a process of healing. It's a process of healing. It doesn't happen overnight, or even sometimes it takes years to really realize and refine oneself, decades sometimes, so that you can actually become ready for a quality relationship, which the majority of people in this day and age are not even familiar or cannot even imagine what the quality relationship, which is based on higher frequency of love, could be or should look like. There's no reference point there. That's where the majority is suffering. That's my kind of understanding of this whole thing. So again, when we speak about something, depends on from which standpoint of consciousness you look at. Again, when you said the first thing about not being fulfilled and drained, because narcissistic relationships are they're based on taking energy. Most of these relationships nowadays, in our day and age, in this Kali Yuga, you may say, whatever your understanding of the cycle, the point of the cycle we're living in is all of these relationships are based on vampirism, meaning codependency on an energetic supply, whether it's an emotional energy or some form of physical manifestation. I'm getting something when I'm with that person, the material level, which is, again, it's still an energy, right? Just on a different level. And so again, when you withdraw your energy, you say the person is like feeling like, oh, I miss that person. It's not that they miss you for you. They miss your conscious focus. That's what I was speaking about it in the video, what is matrix, or in other videos, because we are codependent on the projected reality, but more so the projected reality is codependent on us. The moment we withdraw within, the projected reality starts yelling, look at me, pay attention. It starts trying to attract, to distract, again, your consciousness, and bring it in the mode of projection, in the mode of empowering something outside of you. And in partnership, it's seen very clearly. And yes, of course, everything is a part of our spiritual journey, you may say. It's an evolutionary growth where our karmic ties and bonds reveal us our karmic, distortions, inclinations. So how are they revealed? Through the traumatic response to reality, through realizing that we empower something outside of self, that we left a part of self in the external reality, and now we empower that element with which we have left a sense of self through the trauma, through the imbalanced karmic relationships and stuff like that.